Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the middle of April 2021. We are going to jump right in here. We're going to take a look at your current general energies in this first row. In your second row, we're going to look at any messages from your future self. In your next row, we're going to look at any blind spots or any hidden opportunities that could be available to you. And in your last row, we're going to look at any advice from your guides. Also, at the end, I will be pulling 3 yes or no question cards. If you don't have 3 questions, I will also be answering those 3. I will put all 3 of those cards together, and I will be answering it just kind of like a personalish reading. On top of all that, make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what is going on for you at this time here, Gemini. So Gemini, definitely going through a transformation. It's funny, the Tower came out in reverse here, and the Tower in reverse can be a good thing, but actually the Tower in the reverse, I prefer the Tower upright because the Tower in reverse can represent resisting a change that needs to happen. So, and that immediately popped into my head here. So I just make sure you're not resisting something. In your current general energies, you have the deep knowing card. So there's something you know here. For some of you, it could be about love because you have the Queen and Page of Cups here. Some of you could know that you have a very deep connection with a person, I feel. It's like very emotional. I even think that if you are dealing with a person here, for some of you could be with this person, by the way, and it could just be a very positive relationship, right? Not all of you are going through a breakup. It's like when you think of this person, I feel that you just like intuitively kind of get very emotional here. Yeah, it's like someone who's very loyal to you here as well, Gemini. So if you're dealing with love with a person, I feel this person is very loyal and is, definitely would be a solid relationship for you if you're thinking about a person. I do feel like some of you are thinking about someone at this time. If you're not, then this is definitely a new person who's coming in for you. You have the World, the Queen of Cups, and the Page of Cups here. I'm getting the word like waiting. It's like somebody's been waiting, or you have been waiting for a person here. I'm getting something about maturity as well popping into my head. So it's like someone had to mature. So if you have love moving towards you, like a new person, it's like I feel this person had to mature. I feel like they had to get to a certain place in their life. If you're dealing with a person, it's almost like they're ready for something. Now it's like they're ready for something more serious. Even with the World, it's like something has changed in a person that you're dealing with. They're more focused. I feel they have bigger, it's almost like they have bigger goals, or they have more ambitions as far as a connection is concerned. So for some of you, it's like I get this is like significantly more serious energy, let's put it that way. So it's like someone wants to get serious, or somebody is very serious at this time. I'm also getting that some of you are just, could be going through a birthing process, because you have all these transformation cards. The World to me represents kind of going through a portal, and it definitely represents a birth. So for some of you, and you also have the Queen of Cups as well, which could represent a birth. So it's like some of you are going through a change or a birthing process at this time. Let's dig into this. We're going to clarify this right away, and we're going to see what's going on here. You have the 8 of Pentacles here, the 7 of Wands. This card kind of wanted to come out. 5 of Cups. I feel like someone's sad without you here, Gemini. And you have the 5 of Swords as well. Yeah, for some of you, it's like someone is willing to really put in the work. So if you're looking for love, I feel like someone is really going to be kind of like putting in the time, effort, and energy to make something happen here. If you're not looking for love, then this to me would say that you're kind of committing to something that you're working on with the 8 of Pentacles. And I just feel this first row is kind of simple. Gemini, I feel like it's just saying that you will be seeing results very quickly on something that you're working on here. The 5 of Swords, I feel, is just saying, like, don't try to do things on your own. 5 of Swords can represent, like, trying to win at all costs, but it could also just be, not opening up to the opportunities that exist for people to help you. So people, like, want to help you is what this is saying. I feel like you need to allow people to help you, especially if you're working on any projects. Pretty simple row. I do get moving for some of you here. But I feel that some of you, it's like, I feel like I said this to you in a recent reading, Gemini. It's like you could be moving to one of the coasts, more specifically, because I get like what I would describe as a very polar energy. It's like you're either moving to like one place or the other. It's like there's no in between here. I feel like if you're moving, this could be a profitable move for you with that 8 of Pentacles. You could be getting a job that's better, or something like that. So if you're moving for work, I would say this is a good move for you. Next, for any messages from your future self, you have this push to the surface card here. This card says you may have become complacent, you might be stalling or in need of a new surge of energy. Become aware of dynamics in your life. I do feel this card is asking you to kind of like pay attention to the things that are happening in your life at this time. It's almost like you put yourself on pause here, Gemini. You have the Five of Swords, Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups. You were trying to figure out like how to be happy on your own. So for some of you, you could have left a relationship. For others, I feel you have just put, kind of like taken a pause, taken some time to heal, rest, relax, recover. I feel like your future self wants to say, that's great, right? Definitely a good thing for you to be doing. But I also feel like it's time to get moving. This card says, it's okay to take a break, but don't make sure that you're not stalling. And again, this is a general reading, so some of you could very well still be in a healing process, or you could be in this period of time where you need to be stalled. But for others, I feel you have been stalling, and it's just saying it's time for you to get moving forward now. The Eight of Cups would represent the period after the new moon, which will be on the 11th. So if you're watching this after the 11th, it could be a really good time for you to start putting things into practice. Anything that you're wanting to work towards or anything that you're wanting to accomplish, it's kind of like saying now is the time for you to get moving with this energy. I see you being very successful here, Gemini, but let's dig into this a little bit more and figure out what this is talking about. The moon, fears. The moon is, the fears of, am I ready? Am I ready to take action? Am I ready to move towards something? Am I ready to get working on, whatever it is that you're working on here, Gemini, whether it's a project, a business, it doesn't really matter. Whatever it is, the moon is kind of like the fears. It's funny that you have the Eight of Pentacles here, over here, and then you have the Eight of Pentacles over here. Like the Eight of Pentacles twice is just saying it's time to get moving towards a goal. You have the World, again, are you kidding me? And the Six of Swords. Yep, this is something opening up for you, Gemini. I just did a collective, and in that collective reading, I was talking about how some people who may resonate with a certain message in that collective reading, and the message is that there might be things that you can do at this time to kind of like open up to a new world. But it's like there's a lot of fears. There's like a lot of uncertainty on the other side of this World card here. It's like she's stepping through this portal and she's about to complete something. The World is a card of completion. So for a lot of you, you're walking away from something that no longer serves you. I get two very distinct opportunities here. For some of you, this is you walking away from a relationship here. It's just no longer fulfilling is what it looks like to me. And I feel some of you are moving on. Some of you, this could be involving a child with the Six of Swords as well. For others, I feel like you're just walking away from a job, business, or something else that's just no longer fulfilling to you. It no longer provides you with what you need. So it's kind of like you're looking for something. So what is your blind spot? This row here is your blind spot. Your blind spot in this situation is creating your own reality, needing to realize that you need to take control over this change that is happening at this time. Even in this row, this message from your guides, this is basically your guide saying it's time for you to take control. It's time for you to be the one to make something happen here, Gemini. So I feel like success is really in your hands in this reading. I feel like the outcome is totally up to you in this month of April. And this card, the Spider card, says make your dreams real. But it's kind of a card that says you will be living the story that you tell. So, whatever you say is going to happen in your life. Whatever you speak into the universe, that is exactly what you're going to get with this card. I'd be very careful with your words at this time and try to keep it positive. Basically, boom, look at this. You can't make this stuff up. You have this canary spirit. It just says down here, it says sing your own song here, Gemini. So I feel like you need to kind of like sing your own song. Basically, you need to kind of live your truth, and this is your own inner truth here. You have the Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands here. Moving towards something that you work towards. You finally have the resources to do something, Gemini, and you might not realize it. Things are going to move forward very, very quickly. I feel like saying here, like, why did I do that? Again, this question came up in the collective I just did as well. It's almost like you're asking yourself, why did I do that? Why did I do something? Some of you could have gone back to an inconsistent situation with a person, I feel. And so you could be asking yourself, like, why did I go back to that situation? Why did I continue putting in the work here? And I really don't see a good answer other than the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles can say that you might have gone back to an inconsistent situation to learn or to experience new things. So it was probably just an experience, probably just something that you had to learn going back to someone here. For others, I feel what you don't see coming is, or I kind of feel like your blind spot is resources. The Queen of Pentacles is saying that you have the resources necessary to do something you want to do. So it's like, maybe you want to move, maybe you want to get into a relationship, but you're saying to yourself, I don't have the money. I feel like you actually do. The Queen of Pentacles is about being resourceful. And it's about doing something you desire with the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is an adventure, and if you're looking to gather resources or if you're hoping to gather more money to do something that you want to do, this energy here would say to me that you need to, number one, either try something new, or number two, this would say you need to focus. The Queen of Pentacles, I get like a little bit of a scattered energy is the best way I could describe this to you, Gemini. I feel like you need to focus. Like if you're working on multiple different projects, I would just say pick your favorite, pick your heart. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is something you desire to do. So I would pick the thing that you actually want to do, and that's what I would do here with this Knight of Wands energy. Look at this. Bottom of the deck here is the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups says pick your heart. So for a lot of you Gemini people, if you're finding yourself scattered, if you're not sure what to do, I would just like focus on one thing, and I feel like that will help you kind of very easily manifest your own, create your own reality. Yeah, you have the Emperor. Emperor doesn't care what your plan is. Emperor only cares that you follow and stick to a plan. So for a lot of you, I feel if you're like whatever you're trying to accomplish here, you need to stick to a plan with the Emperor energy, and you will definitely be successful. Six of Wands, success, attention. There's a lot of attention coming in for you here, Gemini. I just feel like you need to stick to a plan. It's like if you're trying to form a business or if you're trying to be successful in business, come up with something that you're going to do every single day and just stick to the plan. It could be that simple. Eight of Pentacles is simple. I always tell people Eight of Pentacles is small details, right? But in like work or business, it could say, maybe you start, advertising on social media, your business, or maybe you start doing something, right? Same thing in love as well. Maybe you start going out, or maybe you start messaging people on Tinder. Oh my, like shocker, right? Actually talking to people might bring someone into your life. So this is saying, do one thing, and it could just be one thing, and literally I feel like it'll make all the change in the world here for you, Gemini. Yeah, Knight of Swords. Things will start moving forward very, very quickly here with this energy. I'll tell you what, by the way, it's definitely popping into my head. If you are moving or traveling, this move is going to be very, very good for you. This is reminding me of a Capricorn reading that I did like a couple weeks ago. It's very similar. It's kind of strange because it's very similar energy, but I feel like if you're moving or traveling, there's going to be a lot of success on the other side of that move for you here, Gemini, so I really like that. Finally, for any messages from your guides, you have the transformation card. I feel you are going through a heavy transformation at this time for sure, and I feel like your guides want you to realize that. So number one, be kind and be gentle to yourself. But you have the Four of Swords, Two of Swords, and the Tower. Remember, that Tower came up in reverse, and I don't read reversals. The reason I don't read reversals is because like intuitively, if I feel like it was meant to be reversed, I read it that way. And that's exactly what I'm getting for you here. I do feel like it was meant to be reversed, this Tower. I feel like it's saying you're holding on too tightly to something here. Two of Swords. Tower in reverse can represent trying to avoid a tower moment when a tower moment is exactly kind of what you need. It's almost like the ripping the band-aid off type of energy here, Gemini, and that's what I'm getting for you. Is there might be a tower moment, there might be something that you need to release here. I always say the tower is not a bad card. I mean, the tower is part of the fool's journey. We need the tower. The tower will always happen in our lives. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but to me, it's good news. To me, this is like Phoenix rising energy. Again, without the tower, life would be extremely boring. Everything would always be the same. And that would, like, let me tell you something, that would be boring. Boring, boring, boring. So we need the tower to happen. We need a shakeup every once in a while. We need things to get interesting. So things are about to get interesting. I'm going to double clarify this row because I need to get more details here. So let's do the first clarification here, Gemini. You have the Fool, time for a new beginning, time for you to take a leap of faith here for sure. You have the King of Swords, you know, deep knowing card right here under that card. You know exactly what you need to do at this time. Page of Swords, you need to get curious. For some of you, if you're kind of like moving towards a new person in love, be curious. Ask this person questions. Go out on dates. Have a good time. Just enjoy the experience. Part of me is feeling resistance to the experience here, Gemini, and this is why I'm saying it. It's like if you're wanting love, it's like you have to be willing to experience dating. You have to be willing to experience different ways of dating. You have to be willing to experience different people, right? I feel like sometimes we're like in love, we don't want to get hurt. Totally understand, Gemini, right? But it's like we could also be like, well, I don't want to go out on dates. I want to know. So like I feel like people prevent themselves from finding true love a lot of the times because it's like some people don't go out on dates, and it's like you kind of avoid every single person, or you say no to every single person that you come across because it's like you want to know that they're not going to hurt you, right? But I feel like this is saying, well, basically you can't know. You have to go on the experience first, and then you can have the relationship that you desire. So I feel that a lot of you, this is saying that you need to enjoy the experience. You need to have the experience and just look at it as an experience. Same thing in like work or business as well. It's like for some of you in like work or business, I feel like you just need to commit to something. I feel, because here's the thing, Gemini, I get this like jumping around energy in my head where you could be kind of focused on a career, but it's like you're focused on like multiple different things, right? Or if you have a business, it's like you're focused on multiple different parts. This is how I'm seeing it in my head. And I feel this reading is saying you need to like focus on like one thing and make it happen and not be afraid to be wrong with that Emperor energy. That's what's popping into my head. And so like if you can do that, I feel like you'll be very successful. You have the Tower again here. Definitely take a leap of faith. You are going to surprise people as well. You have had the Tower before. I've said to you, there's a person on the Tower who's diving head first out of the Tower. The other person is like being pushed back, right? They look like scared, like they have no clue. I feel like you need to be the person that dives out of the tower. I feel like you know that something is falling apart in your life. For some of you, I definitely feel there's an aspect of your life that just no longer serves you. We talked about this right here with the Eight of Cups. Something is complete right here with the World twice and the Eight of Cups. Something has run its course. Could be a relationship for a lot of you, and you know it's time to jump ship, I feel. And you have the Four of Swords. Take your time to heal. In a lot of ways, I feel like there are blessings coming in for you here, Gemini. And Six of Pentacles. Yeah, start planting new seeds. A pretty simple reading. This reading is saying you're going through this major transition, but it's also saying don't be afraid to plant new seeds. Don't be afraid to try new things, because I feel like that's where all your success is here, Gemini. But pretty simple. Love it. I do feel like some of you have an Aquarius, or have an Aries, or could also be a Pisces coming in for some of you in love. You've had Pisces before. And so if you're looking for love or new love, or if you're dealing with love, that's what I feel is coming in for you here. But I really feel like you need to, it's like kind of like time to get moving here with this energy. We're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards now, Gemini. So I am going to do 1, 2, and 3. Feel free to pause this video if you need time to think of your questions. I'm also going to put them all together, and I'm going to answer them all together, kind of like a personalish reading if you don't have 3 questions. So for question number 1, I would say yes, King of Swords. I feel like it's coming up near this deep knowing card as well. It's like there's something you know something is meant for you at this time. You just need to move towards it. For question number 2, I would say yes, same thing. I feel like you're very clear on yourself, like on something. It's like you have a great deal of clarity, but you just need to say yes to something, I feel. And for the question number 3, I would say no. I feel that something is being taken too seriously is what's popping into my head on this question. For all together now, you have the Queen of Swords, or the King of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. I do not like the King and Queen of Swords together. They are divine counterparts, but they can represent something that is toxic, something that has kind of run its course, something where there's potentially too many fears in the situation, and these fears are preventing something from moving forward. So for some of you, I feel like you could be leaving a toxic connection behind here with that energy. It's like 2 people who can't get along is what I'm getting with that energy. I do want to clarify that a little bit more. Yeah, lovers, you're at a crossroads trying to make a decision. Who will make me happy is the question that I'm getting here, Gemini. 4 of Cups, probably because you've not experienced happiness in a while is what I feel there. And the Wheel of Fortune, this is going to change. Everything changes is what I feel like saying. It's like, finally, your reading makes sense to me. I don't really feel like it's a confusing reading, but I feel like this finally makes sense right here. I feel like this card right here that I'm going to pull in just a second is your answer to the entire reading. So we'll see what that is. But I feel like finally everything makes sense. The Wheel of Fortune is saying everything is about to change in your life if you just pick the new path with that Lovers card. I feel like, it's almost like you have kind of taken all the energy from a situation that you possibly can, and it's time to move on to something new. I feel like you've extracted like all the resources where you are right now, and it's time to pick something new. Yep, boom. You cannot make this stuff up. Like I said, I knew that this card was your answer. Page of Pentacles, time to learn something new. It's time for you to go on have a new adventure, go on a new journey. Page of Pentacles is the card of studiousness. It's a card of, learning about a new life, learning about new things. In a lot of ways, very simple reading. It's like everything that it's just saying you're moving towards something new. I don't know how else to say it. It's like I don't think tarot has to be all complicated, right? It's like sometimes people are like, that reading wasn't very detailed, it was very simple. I'm like, yeah, that's a good thing. It means that you literally have like one thing to do. So I feel for a lot of you, this is just saying move towards a new beginning. Damn, love it, Gemini. But thank you for being here, Gemini. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. Really appreciate all the support. But thank you, Gemini, and definitely enjoy your week.